Hello, in this video, I am going to use biomechanics to analyze a right-handed basketball layup. Before we get into the analysis, what is a layup in basketball? A layup in basketball is a two-point shot attempt done by laying up the ball behind the basket and using a certain sweet spot on the backboard to bounce the ball into the basket. It is the most guaranteed way to make a successful shot in basketball. The main muscles used in a right-handed layup are from your inferior part of your body, your gluteus maximus, your hamstring muscles, your quad muscles, your sartorius, gastrocnemius, tibialis anterior, and your soleus. From the superior side part of your body, your anterior deltoid, your pectoralis major, the biceps brachii, and the brachialis. The main joints used in a right-handed layup are basically all your joints: your shoulder joint, your elbow joints, hip joint, knee joint, ankle joint, and even your wrist joints. A right-handed layup can be separated into 4 phases. The first phase is where the player dribbles up to the ring. This run-up is important because the gained speed is used to create the momentum needed. As the one done here is a right-handed layup, the player runs up from the right side, as seen in the snapshot. When the player is running, the hip and the knee joints are flexed, and the ankle joint is plantar flexed. In phase 2, the player uses the two-step method and takes 2 steps without a dribble. In a right-handed layup, the first step is with the right foot and then the left. This is also done to increase momentum and the joints needed to be flexed so that the player can carry out phase 3 successfully. With the momentum gained from phase 1 and 2, the player uses the left foot to apply force on the ground to jump vertically. In order to jump vertically, the player flexes their knee and hips. When in motion, the player's left knee and hip are extended along with the ankle being dorsiflexed. The player also extends the right arm, which includes the right shoulder and the elbow, and releases the ball from the fingertips. To make a successful shot, the force in which the ball is released needs to be controlled so that the ball is laid on the backboard and doesn't bounce back too hard. The last phase involves the player's landing after making the shot. The energy needs to be absorbed and the body needs to slow down. Hips and knees need to be flexed in order to reduce the force and to avoid injuries, especially in the ankle. After analyzing the video of me performing this technique, I realized that my 2 main weaknesses are in phase 2 and 4. In phase 2, I am not able to achieve enough height when jumping vertically. This could be due to the fact that my knees and hip joint is not flexed enough to apply the maximum force needed on the ground. According to the 5th biomechanical principle, movement occurs in the opposite direction of the force applied. Hence, in order for me to achieve more vertical height up, I would need to apply more force downwards on the ground. And the way to do this is by flexing the knee and hip joint to transfer the energy onto the feet. The second weak point I noticed in my technique was in my landing. As I mentioned before, when landing, it is important that you don't land with great force, as this could lead to injuries. According to Newton's 3rd law of motion, every action force has an equal reaction force. In our case, the reaction force would be from the ground, and the size of this reaction force depends on the force that is applied on the ground. Hence, we would need to minimize the force that is being applied on the ground, and the way to do this is to lower your center of gravity and to flex your hip and knee joints. After analyzing my layup technique and connecting it to biomechanics, it really helped me to understand what I was doing wrong and why it was wrong. I am hoping this helps me to improve my game and to avoid injuries. Thank you.